You move out of frame one more time, I swear to God. Don't.
Would you date a fan? If they fine. If you find you can cook French toast, I'm all yours, baby. If you could have a conversation for an hour with anyone alive or deceased, who would it be and why? I'm a huge fan of Pharrell Williams. I believe that he has a lot of dope things about himself, so I'd have a conversation with him. What is the most challenging thing you faced in the modeling industry? One of the most challenging things I've personally faced in the modeling industry, and of course everybody has their own stories, but with me, it was actually having to put in time and being patient and doing what you do. Over time, I found out that being patient was definitely one of the things I had to work on, and that was one of the things that was the most challenging for me within the industry, because I wanted to go far very quick without any hard work necessarily. How much did you make for starring in the movie Blade? Really? I don't know, Keith, about the same amount you got paid for starring in the movie Aladdin. Jody asked, if you could tell your teenage self one thing, what would it be? I would tell my teenage self a couple things, but I can obviously only pick one. So I guess you could say take school more seriously. I got good grades, don't get me wrong. I was the type of guy that wanted to just play ball all day, every day. Didn't really care much for school, but I took it semi-seriously because I knew I wanted to go to college. And I didn't really take my grades serious enough to get me where I wanted to go. So looking back, I was like, I can probably definitely say I could have done a lot better in school. If you could be a cartoon character, what would you be and why? Bugs Bunny is too common, Daffy Duck was a fool, and who else was there? I would be Wile E. Coyote just because of the fact I could never die. That is the reason why I would be Wile E. Coyote. I wish I can get blown up 20 million times and never have a scratch on my body and wake up and say, okay, I'm going back at it again. No harm done. He's a hustler, and that's what I dig Wile E. Coyote. T-Poo Mac? T-Poo Mac. Anyway, do you think who you have become as a person will be different if you have gone down the path of playing basketball instead of modeling? And where do you see yourself post-modeling career since the lifespan is so short? Taking the modeling career has matured me. Living in a different city, getting out of my comfort zone, I've learned a lot about myself and I've learned a lot about life. The misconception that they say models don't last long, or there's a lot of, or it's a short lifespan. That's not necessarily true. Tyra Banks, Naomi Campbell, Tyson Beckford, David Gandy, always different avenues in terms of what you make it in order for yourself to have a longer lifespan. What was your favorite photo shoot or video shoot? To this day, when I first started modeling, my dream was to hit a major magazine. I had the opportunity of doing GQ. Tony Kelly, the photographer of that shoot, he let me be on the set, and we had all these unloaded weapons. And he told me, yo, Broad, here's what we're gonna do, buddy. You get to be a bad cop, you get to shoot things, and you're gonna be real freaking Miami-like, all right? I'm all like, really? He's like, yeah, here's your gun. He threw me my gun. And I was like, is it loaded? He's like, heck no, I wouldn't give you a loaded weapon. I was like, okay, my bad. We got to shoot in this mansion over in the hills. Not to mention, I had to actually play a character. That was definitely one of my favorite shoots to this day. If you had a choice between money or happiness where you could only pick one, which one would you choose and why? Happiness is definitely something that's eternal to me. I'm not saying money won't make you happy. Obviously, money brings happiness. I don't mind getting a check in the mail. I get a smile on my face just like anyone else. But money goes quick, and I don't think it can buy you peace. So, if anything, it causes more problems. Listen to Biggie Smalls. Touch asks, what is the single best decision you made that others don't, that you can credit to your success? The best decision I made, one of the best decisions I made was getting out of my comfort zone. And that was one of the toughest decisions in my life, but I knew with that decision it would be a lot more influential. The gain I would have got from it was going to override the pain that I was feeling leaving that comfort zone. What is the most craziest thing you have ever had to do as a model? I'm thinking we're gonna be shooting in the studio. I look at my phone, I'm all like, hold up dude, it's 14 degrees outside. So we went outside, I'm in my tidy whities. You got all these people passing by in their trench coats and stuff looking at me like, the hell is he doing? And I'm over here in my drawers leaning up against a picket fence, like trying to be sexy. in some 14-degree weather in some tidy whities. That was one of the craziest things I've ever had to do as a model. Orianazi asks, how much baby oil do they put on you before a shoot? How much baby oil? What's a good analogy to put this into the right perspective? Enough to be your own slip and slide. Firstly, will you marry me? Secondly, can you do a split? If you can cook French toast, we can talk about it. And can I do a split? I'm as stiff as a board.
There's no popping it on the handstand? Slide.
Does it bother you to be seen as a sex symbol, as a first impression? Is it hard to prove you're more? When did I become a sex symbol? Do you know when I became a sex symbol?
You make me puke.
If you were to get married, you need a musician to perform. Who would it be? I have 3. Chingy, Nelly, and if those 2 can't come through, I guess Beyonce would do. Or nah.
No, that's...
Y'all don't like Chingy? Who else was freaking dope?
You said Beyonce.
Yeah. Well, she's third on the list. Chingy first. Butter65 asks, can you sing as well as you can play ball? I sing, oh good Charlie, you know I got you, honey. So away. Why are you laughing at me? Bruh, you said I can play ball better than I can sing?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
when I get my recording deal, you ain't gonna be saying nothing, bruh, so I ain't got nothing to say to you. Have you ever felt like you was gonna fall off the runway? So it was my first runway show in Milan. I kid you not, so the lights are flashing on me. As soon as I turned, my foot is like halfway on, halfway off the runway. As soon as I saw that, I just pictured my manager in my mind, Michael Mack, saying, boy, if you fall off that runway, I will kick you down to next week. That's exactly how he sound. I spent my time training you and you gonna sit here and fall off the runway? Please, child. That was one of the times that I felt like I was actually gonna fall off the runway. But thank God I had a man like Michael Maddox that taught me how to maneuver past all that. So shout out to him. And rest in peace, my man. Where do you want to take your lady without packing clothes to first? She's referring to my tweet when I said I just want to wake up my lady and pack up clothes and say we'll pack clothes and we'll buy clothes when we get where we're trying to go. Somewhere nice and warm like Jamaica, the Caribbean islands, or even possibly like Spain, Germany, somewhere exotic, somewhere where they speak a completely different language. Something different, something like kind of out of the norm, you know? Would you ever act in a movie? Acting is one of my other passions, and I definitely want to venture off into that eventually down the line. The movie deals are amazing these days, and the productions and the new ideas are coming out with. So yes, the answer is yes, I would definitely act in a movie. Mary Etek said, have you ever done the Michael Jackson kick hee while showering? Did I do it right? Hee. I see. I can't mess up the King's hee like that. So.
Have you ever done it?
Yes, I have done the Michael Jackson hee in the shower.
When it comes to modeling, what do you think is the most common misconception about being a model or getting started in the modeling industry? Good luck on YouTube channel, bro.
One of the biggest misconceptions about being a model is the fact that people think it's not only easy, but also easy to get into. You're going to be put under conditions that aren't going to be comfortable, but you still have to sell a product. You're still a brand, and you still have to be a selling point. You still have to do your castings. You still have to take care of yourself. You still have to do all these things in order to maintain being a great model in your great brand. So it's carrying that brand that's really the hard part.
So I'm doing this really quick, guys. You go with Hermes or Jordans?
I'm a fan of Jordans. I love Jordans, but I never really truly got into them. So I guess now I can definitely say I'm an Air Max kind of guy. People of the world, look into my eyes. Thank you for participating in this embarkment of Ask Broderick Hunter.
Way too much.
Thank you guys who hashtag Ask Broderick Hunter for all the questions. Thank you to my friends, supporters, my agents. Michael Maddox, my man, rest in peace. Love you very much. Yeah, swag, yeah.